Qualifying's underway. PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1, Round 8, destination Singapore. One of the great tracks to watch a race on. Plenty of drama, high-speed corners, surrounded by concrete barriers. Always ends up going awry for someone. It'll be more than one person, no sweat about it. So we're kicking off with Drow in the Russian liveried Haas. He's about to come around the final two corners at 22 and 23. Start his flying lap. Good to have you on board with us wherever you're tuning in from. Great to have your company. Strap yourselves in for what will be an action-packed race. There'll be plenty of drama. Cars will find their way into those barriers at some stage. Oh, the Haas of Drow getting a little bit out of shape on exit there. Nothing too serious. That was coming out of turn 5. Now left through 7. Right through 8. And then back round to the left through turn 9 before a bit of a shortish back straight. And then heading into this interesting little complex that takes you over the bridge. We've got a chicane here. He misses the apex in the first part of it on turn 10. And then slow down one of the slowest corner on the track, turn 13, which takes you up this back straight. Oh, completely straight. Right into turn 14. Now and out of shape well and truly that time. That's going to cost him plenty of tenths. Another chicane now, 16 and 17. And then a 4-corner complex under this tunnel. Left then right. Then you go right then left. You can use plenty of curbs coming out of it. And first time posted 1:39.7, although that one will be usurped by Deputy Dilldog with a 1:38.5. We saw how badly he got out of shape. Now his teammate Breadman Meekin has come back into the pits. He won't be finishing his lap. We 921's invalidated his. About to finish a lap is Snickers Bud. And the last two corners fast through there, sparks fly out the back. 1:38.5 though. Saint goes to the top in the meantime with a 1:36.8, putting Mercedes at the top of the sheets. Next will be PRL Aussie. Oh, we just missed him as he went over the line for second. 1:37.3. And Codstar, it's Buster coming around the last couple of corners. That's good enough for top spot. Shaves a tenth off the best time. So it's a new benchmark with a 1:36.77. 10 Sandals next. He goes up to third. 1:37.1. And Drow coming round once more, but he's going to box. Goes a little wide on entry to the pits. McLaren of Deputy Dilldog goes over the line. He just took a little bit off his own time, but still stays on the third row. Fifth, 1:38.353. Grim Reaper about to finish his lap now. This one won't be fast enough. It's a 1:37.3. And his teammate and championship leader does not finish his lap. He comes straight into the pits. And next up we've got... I don't know if that McLaren's still going on a fast lap. No, he's not. He's making his way back to the pits. We'll see what Delicious is up to. He's up to turn 18 now, turns in. Right through 19. I got a yellow flag in Sector 3. I don't know if that's the Aussie just moving out of the way or if he had a moment. I'd say moving out of the way. Meantime, Delicious finishes that lap, gets a 1:36.8, just shy of the current provisional pole time. TC and Gavin Arnold joining us in the comments. Welcome, fellas. The popcorn's out. Yes, let's hope we have a good one. I've got high hopes for this race in Singapore. I think we're going to get action plenty. Buster Pitts after his lap. And I'd say Deputy Dilldog's going to follow him in. He has... who's on a hot lap down there? Let's find an Alpha Tauri, shall we? Scotty. Currently second in the championship. And he finds himself 28 points adrift of the leader, Will, in the Ferrari. Needs a good result today, does Scotty, to keep that gap between himself and Will at the top of the championship standings somewhat manageable for the Alpha Tauri driver. Good evening to Black Moon. He joins us in the comments as well. Remember, if you're new to the stream or just watching for the first time, or maybe you've been watching for a long time and never joined in, feel free to jump into the comments. We'd like to hear from everyone. The more the merrier. Just adds that little bit extra to the broadcast. We see Scotty, he was really using those curbs coming out at 20 and 21, but it's an in-lap nonetheless, so I think Breadman Meakin is about to finish a lap. He currently finds himself on the 6th row and moves up to the 4th row. 1:38.022. We'll check out, I think Cotstar's down there flying around the back part of the circuit. He's just come around turn 14 into the chicane 16 and 17. What can the Aston Martin driver do? No time set so far. Oh, using all that curb to perfection out of the last couple of corners. It's a 1:37.6. 4th row for Codstar for now. 11th last week. Looking for a better result, that's for sure. Who have we got about to finish up a hot lap? No one by the maybe Breadman Meakin. Oh, there's a wheel off there on the track between about just before turn 15 by the looks of it. That might have been Jeff. His time in the session is no more. We need to find Drow. No, Drow came into the pits, so never mind. His teammate Breadman Meakin's about to follow him in as well. Might go with the Grim Reaper. No, actually, we'll go away from him because he's on a outlap. Let's stick it with last week's race winner and championship leader, Will 92 in the Ferrari. Now, only 7 minutes remaining in the session. He's yet to set a time. Needs to get one in the bank at the very least. What can the Ferrari driver do? Plenty from what we've seen so far in the season. First last week, as I said, 4 wins from the 7 races so far and 6 of the 7 podiums. One race he missed the podium, was a 8th position. He's had some good fortunes out front, but backed it up with plenty of skill and some as he charges his way down to turn 10. We go on board with the Ferrari driver through that chicane over the bridge towards turn 13. Slam on the anchors. close to the apex as you can. Let the car run out wide towards the fence as you charge up towards turn 14. And that's a purple middle sector from the Ferrari driver, so that's looking pretty good. What's he got in store for us in the latter part of the lap? 15, 16, 17. On the gas towards 18 now. Hits the curb. Throws it under the tunnel. Or bridge or whatever that is. Overpass. Through the last couple of corners, this looks fairly quick from Will. It is. It's 600ths the better side of Karma's time, and that gives him the provisional pole time with 5 minutes 20 left in the session. Good lap from Karma too. We missed that one unfortunately, but first and second for those two. So we need to find someone else on a lap. It won't be Karma. Ken Sandals perhaps down there in the Alfa Romeo, currently backing up the third row of the grid. With PRL Saint, there's that stray wheel on the track there. How much more time can he squeeze out of this Alfa Romeo? To find a fair bit of it. 1.2 seconds. Scotty's up there in third now, and 10 Sandals takes it off him immediately. 1:35.9. Oh, did he squeeze some time out of there or what? He was 1,000th or 2,000th. Oh, and he spun it as well. Goes off, hits the fence, has a little 360. Just 2,000ths off front row spot. Scotty going again. Doesn't look to be the case. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. I think we've just lost Drow. That's going over the bridge just at turn 12. Between 12 and 13. So it's curtains for Drow. We're down to 17 in the session. 19 runners to start today's race. Now we will go down to Kavudi, who's commenced a hot lap in the Mercedes. He needs to find 2/10, maybe a better side of 3. If he's to go ahead. Got another yellow flag, and in a similar spot, it's Breadman Meakin this time. I think he's met pretty much the same demise as his teammate in about the same part of the circuit. So maybe the Russian curse strikes the two Haas cars. We'll go back to Kavudi as he's approaching the scene of the accident. Maybe we go on board with him, might see. No, they've just removed that car off the track now. Oh, didn't quite nail turn 13 how he would have liked to. Instead of sort of slow in, fast out, it was a bit fast in, slow out. But he's gathered it up, kept going. Under the bridge, Banana Cake Pie departs the session as well. He does so from the pit lane. Looks like at his discretion. Last two corners now for Kavudi. Flings it over the line. It's good enough for top spot. We're half a 10th. 1:35.851. Now the time to beat. 1:20 left in the session. The track really rubbering in now. Black Moon spot on. Mighty close at the top. There's only about a tenth separating the top 4. Buster's invalidated his lap. Scotty's out of the session. Not ideal for Scotty. Karma now on a hot lap. He's just gone through the first handful of corners. Out of 4 now, into 5. Hard on the gas. He'll jink around to the right here. That's classed as turn 6. And then up against the wall and onto those curbs. As you approach turn 7, don't run too wide on exit or you will invalidate the lap. Hard on the brakes here for turn 8. A sharp, probably about 100-degree corner. And then hard back on the gas as you make a big run down to turn 10. And 11 and 12. Over the bridge. Slow it down. Brakes glowing hard under duress as you get the anchors on. Real heavy for turn 13. Down the back part of the circuit now. This is looking pretty quick. He's purpled that middle sector. He just needs to find about a tenth. 1/10 will get him at that provisional spot as the time runs out on the qualifying clock. It's all or nothing now for the Red Bull driver. He's got 2 corners to go. Through 22. Into 23. Over the line. He's got it! 1:35.775. But Will 92 in the Ferrari. He's got something to say about it. Over the line. He throws the Ferrari. Not good enough. Gets to second with a 1:35.8. Oh, this is one of the best qualifying sessions we've seen in some time. Karma takes the top spot. Fantastic. 1:35.775. That was a great lap. But if qualifying is going to give us an indication of what to expect in the race, this one should be a cracker. Even I reckon Scotty might have just had a little bit more time in that AlphaTauri as well, so nothing there in the gaps. Look at the gap to the leader. Half a second down to 7th. Oh, magnificent. So here we go. Get geared up, people. Take this opportunity. We're going to get the results up on screen for you now. And I'm going to take a very quick break as the drivers get set for the warm-up lap to come round to start the Singapore Grand Prix. So go grab yourself a drink, some snacks. Get ready for what should be a cracker Singapore Grand Prix just on the other side of this. Here we go, folks. Singapore Grand Prix. We're gearing up for the start. I must have missed that time at the end there from Delicious. Just on fire. I did not see him go to the top. On a roll. Delicious from Karma. Will in the Ferrari and in the lead of the championship. Cavoody in the Mercedes there in fourth. So the front row of the grid on softs, second row of the grid on mediums, really mixing it up. And then the next two on softs again. PRL Aussie down there in 12th and Banana Cake Pie in 15th, opting for the harder tyres. So we'll keep an eye on those two, see how they progress through the early stages. Maybe how long will we have to wait for a safety car, though? That could be the question. Don't forget, if you're joining us there in the comments, give us your predictions in the comment section. Let us know who you think's going to perform best, who will be suited well by the Singapore Street Circuit as the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1 6th round race at Singapore gets underway. Delicious leads the pack down to turn 1, and it's a good start from the AlphaTauri driver. He's clear, nothing to worry about from there. Not the same for Karma, though. He's got a Ferrari on his outside as they go around turn 3, side by side. How are they going to duke that out? The Ferrari sticks his nose in front and snatches second position. Third for Karma now. Cavoody down there in fourth. Scotty still fifth, hasn't moved up a spot. We'll check the position changes there on the leaderboard. You can see up 2 places already for the Saints there in 8th. And, well, Scotty's gone up 7th to 5th apparently. So, round the hairpin corner they go as we look down from above. And they've all done well. No incidents so far in the early parts of the first lap. 31 laps set out for us here today at Singapore. As the field stream their way down the back part of the circuit, over the bridge now towards turn 13. Oh, there's contact and damage for the Mercedes of PRL Sane. He's done a bit of mischief to his front wing there. He's going to have to come in and get that seen too. Too hard to take on this circuit with that much damage. And see already running wide, almost goes into the wall. Opens the door for Grim Repo. Couldn't quite get through. We almost got... Oh, he's plummeting back now. He's gone off. He's parked it. He ran wide and then had to get out of the way of the field streaming through. Bar 4, Breadman Meakin. So back out front, Delicious leads the field through the final corner to complete the first lap. Will in second, trailing just behind. And Karma there in third. Cavoody still fourth. Scotty in 5th place. TC calling it. He's going for Will to win today. He's going about it the right way after the first lap anyway. Making up 1 position. Here's Breadman Meakin in the pits. He's just followed PRL Saint in. So they're both seeking repair. You saw the Saint in the background go past. So those two will follow each other out and back onto the circuit. Now what... So Scotty's there up in 4th now. Now what's happened to Cavoody? It's Cavoody that's dropped out of it. No obvious damage from what I can see, but he's just suddenly plummeted down about 10 positions. Closing in on My Name is Jeff. Crashed out of qualifying. Jeff, though, has come up from last to 12th already. He's benefited from a bit of early carnage. Oh, that Red Bull up ahead of PRL Aussie, really struggling on those hard tyres, it would seem. Cavuti unable to find a way through at the moment. Trailing these two. Gavin Arnold spotted it. Cavuti's had a spin. So through the last couple of corners, that Red Bull just sliding all over the place. Looks like an absolute handful for PRL Aussie. Jeff sticks his nose out to remind him he's there, but he's not going to get through there into turn one. He needs to probably think about just staying as close as he can, maybe getting a trail down to turn 7 from here. Cavuti right on the rev limiter into 5th gear, going into turn 5. Here goes Jeff now looking for a piece of the action, as I said, into turn 7, and does just that. Off he goes. So position change for 11th. Jeff continues his charge through the field. So far, so good. Back out front, Will continues to stalk the AlphaTauri of Delicious. Delicious currently some 77 points adrift in the championship, so he needs a good result. He needs to find some big points. We've got an incident down here further. It's Deputy Dilldog down the escape road there. That's down at turn 8. How he's managed that, I don't know if he got a bit of assistance, perhaps. But keeps going. Again, the front wing looks to be intact. So maybe not too much harm done for the McLaren driver. To lap 4 now. Delicious getting no respite from Will. And Will doing good too, considering he's on a harder compound tyre as well. Here he goes around the outside. He's going to try it here. He's going to go for it into turn 7. Has to go wide. He's going to go inside into 8. That should be good enough to keep him in front, but Delicious says, I'll take that back, thanks. They're still side by side through 9 on the charge down to 10th, but Will takes the position. And the championship leader finds his way to the head of the pack once more. And we got another yellow flag. It's one of the Haas cars on the start-finish straight. Breadman Meakin there, pieces of his Haas all over, scattered all over the track. And the bad news about spinning and crashing and damaging your car right there is you will have to go a full lap before you can get that damage repaired. So Gavin Arnold reporting that his rear tyres are burning out very quickly. I wonder if that's the case for Delicious. Oh, as he hits the wall, Delicious just got well out of control coming out of turn 21. And gets a warning to boot, rubbing salt into the wound. I think Breadman Meakin's had an... Oh, it's not Breadman Meakin, it's his teammate Drow this time. Oh, is there some Russian curse on these two cars? They are just all over the place. Qualifying race. Unbelievable. He's coming into the pits. Oh, and Delicious, in saying that, has been passed by Karma for second. So it hasn't taken him long. He's gone from first to third in a matter of no time. Is that a McLaren this time? No, he's in the pits. We had a yellow flag on the start-finish straight. Deputy Dilldog's in the pits. His teammate continued on. So we're getting a bit of action now from these guys as the... Looks like those soft tyres aren't lasting at all. As I said, Delicious down there in third. So he went from first to third in a matter of no time. Not a good day for him so far, but plenty of time. They're all on different strategies at the moment. Managed to finish 4th last week, Delicious. Best result this year. He's had 2 thirds. A couple of races ago in Belgium and back in China. So he's capable of getting on the podium. But would like to go a couple better, of course, and snatch a win. As we're watching Buster in 4th place. He's got Scotty and Tent. Actually, who's come into the pits there? Delicious has. So he's had a gutful of those soft tyres. They haven't hung on well at all. He's come in to shed those. That promotes Buster to 3rd. Scotty's still behind, but he's got his mirrors full of Tent Sandals there in 5th. He's going to have to work very hard, is Scotty. The old one eye out front, one eye behind. I think he'd be mainly looking behind at the moment. Tent Sandals really harassing him. Look at there, you can see the visual gap from the helicam. All on the soft tyres, these 3. They head over the bridge there, down into turn 13. Oh, look at the Alfa Romeo just closed right up onto the gearbox of Scotty. Scotty makes a good break. Just getting yellow flags every time a Codstar's retired, so he's done. Seems we're just getting yellow flags every time someone comes into the pits at the moment. Will leads. He's got 4 seconds to Karma on the soft tyres. So we're going to have to see... We're going to see plenty more action in the pits before this day is done. So it's not exactly a fait accompli that Will is out in front. I'm going to drive away with it from here. I'm going to see drivers crisscrossing each other with alternate strategies. We'll just have to see how this one plays out. Now, Scotty has been promoted to 3rd. Buster's in the pits, so he's going down to what'll probably be 10th. He might just come out of the pits in front of Grim Reaper, will he? It's pretty close. There goes Grim Reaper. Cuts in front, takes 10th spot. So Scotty's starting to form a bit of a... He's the head of the train there. 4-car train. In fact, Cavoody looking very punchy there behind Tent Sandals in 5th spot. And Twitch Liddy, the caboose. Oh, look, they've touched there. Cavoody and Tent Sandals going into 13. He's got DRS open. The Alfa Romeo is not going to move to block. Confident he had the corner covered. Goes through 14, still in 4th place. Lap 7 of 31. Race really starting to hot up now in the middle parts. Middle part of the field. This 4-car train here really heating up. 3rd to 6th. Oh, and Karma's come in and sped. 5-second penalty for speeding. Oh, and he's going to have to repair some damage to boot. So this is going to be an even longer stop now for the Red Bull. This is a disaster for the number 24 car. Back out he goes. So a few others join the pit party. Karma, Scotty, Tent Sandals. Karma departs with his 5-second penalty. That is a shame. And good news for Will in front. There's Drowl jumping into the pits, sending Deputy Dilldog up to 16th. Jeff's come in. He's taken on a fresh set of hards. How long is Will out front going to push these medium tyres? 7 laps done on them so far. Kavudi in second and Twitch Liddy in third in the same boat. They started on the mediums as well. PRL Aussies up to fourth now. He's also yet to box, as was Banana Cake Pie. Those two started the race on the hard tyres. The first of the pitters is Delicious in sixth, but as you can see, he's got a 3-second time penalty. Grim Reaper a couple of seconds behind him. As we look down on Will turning through turn 9. Looking calm, large and in charge at the moment. As we approach 1/3 race distance. Flies over the bridge, slams on the anchors down towards turn 13. Scrub off all your speed before dropping your foot to the floor. Accelerating hard up to turn 14. Always a good challenging track to drive, this one. And quite often throws up some pretty exciting racing, as we see between Buster and Tent Sandals going at it for 10th place at the moment. They've both just made recent pit stops. Tent in 10th on the medium tyre, Buster opting for the hard. Karma getting busy down there in 8th spot. He sets the fastest lap on lap 9 of the race. Still got that 5-second time penalty up his sleeve. I think Drow has just departed, exited stage right, and have a guess where? Just between 12 and 13 once more. And that will introduce the safety car to the race for the first time this evening on lap 10. And Will's advantage out front, just like that, gets washed away. That was an absolute race to forget for the two Haas cars today. Pretty abhorrent qualifying session, and just carnage for him in the race. So one to forget immediately. We're down to 16 runners as they join Codstar on the sidelines. So what's Will going to do up front? Unsurprisingly, boxes. Get rid of those medium tyres. What's he going to opt for this time? I wouldn't be surprised if he went mediums again, and it looks like it. Might try and get a few more laps done on the mediums. Don't know if he'll try a mad scramble towards the end on the soft tyre. Or does he come in a bit earlier and take on a hard? I mean, potentially if we get another safety car in the next 10 laps, hard tyre might be an option. PRL Aussie now assumes the lead, still on the hard tyre he started the race on. Same story goes for the man there in second, just behind him, Banana Cake Pie. So Will manage to come out in third. Grim Reaper stays out. He'd just come in on lap 7, I believe, for the medium tyres. So we've still got a bit of a way to go before the entire field joins the snake behind the safety car. We've got about 6 cars back there trailing off the main pack. So we have to at least do lap 12 behind the safety car. So the rest of the field scramble to catch up. We are on lap 12 of the Singapore Grand Prix. If you're just joining us, we've lost the 2 Haas cars and Codstar in the Aston Martin. The field just about to bunch up. We're just awaiting the arrival of Snickers Bud. My name is Jeff and Deputy Dilldog on the back there. All the drivers have been in for a pit stop so far, except for the 2 at the front. PRL Aussie and Banana Cake Pie. There's the pit stop situation. So Delicious had a second stop worth noting there, because he was effectively second, I believe. But he's come in and he's decided to come in and go for the hard, so he might try run to the end on those. Gonna need a solid 20 laps out of those tyres, a couple of them behind the safety car. Might be doable. We'll find out. And there it is, safety car in this lap. That's the news we want to hear. Will be looking to cut through these 2 at the front as quick as possible. And those older, harder tyres. And the man behind him, Grim, his mediums are 5 laps older, so might not pose as much of a threat to Will in front. But just because I say it doesn't mean it's going to happen. He's got to put in all the right moves as well. Let's see. Oh, who was that? Who did we lose? It's PRL Aussie. He just spun out of the lap. I can't catch him. I can't catch him here. There he is on the final corner. Just got on the gas too hard and just flung it out there. So that's just a shocker of a start. And Banana Cake Pie now under immediate pressure from Will. Can he hold him off? Oh, it's not looking good. The Ferrari's through already into the lead, just like that. I don't think Banana Cake Pie is going to try a move here. Can Grim Reaper get through past the Alfa Romeo? Not yet. Runs pretty wide, but he's got to watch out for Scotty now up the inside. He does it. The Alfa Tauri driver, oh no, he didn't make it stick. So Grim Reaper hangs on to third, just for now. The pack really backing up behind him, all trying to find a way past each other. Very close indeed on some fresh, cold, slippery tyres. Over the bridge they go. As we see all the Red Bull, all the Mercedes up the inside there. That's PRL Saint trying to make a move on Delicious, who ran wide through 13. They're just about side by side up to 14. Oh, turns in on the AlphaTauri driver. And he's going to make that stick, is he? This could be very interesting going into 15 and 16. Side by side, he spun it and around he goes. Delicious. Delicious is off. He'll get going. Looks like he's... Oh, he didn't flick it round. He'll have to 3-point turn that out of there. That looks like he managed to get going without damage. Will in front, his gap out front now, 3 seconds. Grim Reaper's trying desperately to find a way past, but can't. All the while trying to keep Scotty behind. Oh, Delicious has had another moment down there. He's off. We'll stay with this battle for now, as there's cars scattered all over the track here. Grim Reaper, Scotty, Cavuti. Round turn 5 they come. On the drag through 6, down to 7. Grim Reaper goes to the outside for turn 7, but he's going to be well ahead before the corner. Scotty's going to follow him through. Is he around the outside? Cavuti's busy with Tent Sandals in the background. Oh, moves are plenty at the moment. The AlphaTauri gets through. Banana Cake Pie comes back on him to pinch third once more. Scotty now under pressure from Cavuti on the inside as they go down to turn 10. It's all happening in Singapore. Absolute scenes on the streets here tonight. Things really hotting up. Down to 13 they go. Cars concertinaing their way into that slow left-hand hairpin. Where's the next move going to come from? Scotty couldn't slingshot his way past Banana Cake Pie. Look how close he is, up behind the Alfa Romeo. As they head down to the little bridge section, under the grandstand they go. Doing his best to try and make it stick. DRS now enabled, so an extra ingredient added to the recipe. Made up of cars just all over the place trying to get at each other. We've lost the Saint. The Saint's gone. Is this going to be another safety car? It is. So hold it right there, fellas. Oh, they all back up. Almost running into each other. Did anyone get any damage out of that? So PRL Saint, his day is done. This might be good for Delicious. Does he come in and shed those hearts, or does he stick with them? Where's the Saint here? Can't see the Mercedes. He's going to stay out. PRL Aussie came in. He took on the mediums. What a disaster for Aussie, just spinning at the safety car restart. So safety car once more. We're at about half distance. Just to know if it's come out late enough for them to do any particular changes to the strategies they had in mind when they came into the pits on the prior safety car. Will's got about a 6-second gap here at the moment. Does he come in and hope that the cars behind him come in as well? Or will they just react to what he does? He's going to stay out. He's going to nurse those tyres. Now, the Grim Reaper's tyres are 8 laps old, and he's decided he's going to get rid of those. In he comes. This will drop him down through the order. Which combat now? There is a few of them following him in now. Scotty, Twitch, Liddy, Buster, Keycon, they're all coming in as well. So Will stayed out, but stayed out on those 15 lap hards that he started the race on. Cavuti kept his hards. And a bit of mix and mash in the middle there. So we're going to go round for another lap behind the safety car. Kekon gets a 3-second time penalty. How will this next restart go? Hope you're enjoying the race wherever you're tuning in from. Plenty of action starting to unfold now at Singapore. Great to have your company for every moment of the drama here live on Race Spec Esports. Here we go once more. We get back underway on lap 18 of 31. Oh, there's cars all over the place back there. I'm seeing some damage. Bits and pieces flying all over the track. We're with Buster here in 10th. There are cars all over the place. Damaged parts, pieces of carbon fibre flying through the air. I think that was Kekon hitting the wall in the background. There's McLaren getting the punt up the rear end, possibly from an Alpine. Cars all over the place. What we want to see though, some good hard racing. We don't want them in single file. That would just be boring. Delicious and Snickers Bud. They're going at it. This is for 13th place. The AlphaTauri driver will take it. Oh, guys, you can probably hear me now. I was commentating that whole thing, and I think my microphone was muted. That is annoying. That is annoying. Oh. So I'm guessing you guys... Oh, no, I couldn't hear my commentary for the crash. That's terrible. Because I was going off chops. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Yeah, well, I'll give you the hot tip. There was an epic reaction, alright. I'm spewing now, no one heard that. I was jumping out of my undies. That was a Alfa Romeo sideways. I can't believe I muted the mic there. That's one of the biggest crashes I've ever called. And no one will know it, except the next door neighbours, maybe. Third safety car for the race. We'll have 11 laps remaining at the start of this one. I'm still sitting here filthy. My mic was muted for that. So Scotty's coming into the pits here. By the looks of it, might want to get a move on too. I don't think that safety car is going to wait for him to join onto the back of the pack. I get the feeling they'll get racing at the end of this one. Out he goes. No, he should be right to catch up, I would think, before the end of the lap. Now, he's going to latch on to the back of the former race leader, Will 92, championship leader as well. Now, they've gone the soft. Really going to try and run those to the end. That'll be interesting. I don't think they're going to be afforded any more laps to conserve that tyre on. I could be wrong, but if I was a betting man, I'd say that safety car's coming in this lap. If I was also a betting man, I'd say I burst a blood vessel calling that crash, and Mike was on mute. What a shocker. But anyway, till the next one, I guess. We can make light of those incidents. It's just a game. No one's dying in the cars, so. We haven't had a message. There it is. Safety car in this lap. Popped a gasket alright, mate. My cardiovascular region vapor locked. Blood vessel in my neck burst. Threw my spine out. Here we go. Forget all that. I've got to get over it. Still disappointed. I'm not gonna sleep tonight, but here we go into turn one. Buster, third there, harassing Jeff, taking an alternate line through the first couple of corners on the defence. Oh, that McLaren well out of shape. Deputy Dilldog was facing the wall at one moment there. That's going to let Delicious through into turn 5. And around past that scene of the accident we go once more through turn 6. Deputy Dilldog is getting harassed by the Williams. A Keycon on the outside into 7. The Williams takes it. Did well. Smooth move. Slick stuff. Oh, look at them. McLaren Snickers Bud up the inside. Oh, PRL Aussie Almost lunged into his teammate there. He's going to get stuck on the outside. Here's Scotty on the inside of Kavoudi this time. Will not making an impression on him at the moment. He's got tent sandals behind him. Scotty's the man on the move at the moment. As they get ready to come over the bridge. Down towards 13, the cars go scooting towards the heavy braking area. Will still there in 12th. Exactly maximising the situation, unlike Scotty there. He's gone up a couple of places into 10th. Meanwhile, Grim Reaper still out in front, 3 seconds ahead of My Name is Jeff. He's hung on from Buster. Still getting harassed though by the Aston Martin as we see him there going under the bridge. Jeff towing the Aston Martin along. He's got Twitch, Lydian, Delicious, Keycon, Deputy Dildog, PRL Aussie and Snickers Bud all behind. And I think Jeff's days might be numbered here. We can't see. There he is. The Alpine defends well. Saves his position. Did all that he needed to keep Buster in that Alpine sandwich. He can get very close. He just can't get past. Driving a pretty good style of defence here, Jeff. He doesn't need to give up that position easy. Goes on the defence once more. Sends Buster to the outside. I like these drivings. Oh, but Buster, a bit cheeky. A little bit wide there through 7 to take the position. Gets into 2nd, leaving the Alpines 3rd and 4th. Jeff now has to deal with his teammate, Twitch Liddy. Will's on the move now. He's gone up from 12th to 10th, and now he's behind Scotty, who went up 1 extra place, both at the expense of Snickers Bud in the now 11th placed McLaren. And look at Delicious. Here's a Red Bull going very wide out of 13 there. It was PRL Aussie in the background. As the cars head up towards turn 14. No one looking to make a move through there. McLaren and Deputy Dildog getting a bit out of shape. Who did we lose there? No, didn't lose anyone. I think PRL Aussie had a moment coming out of the corner. Not his first for today. Grim Reaper out front. The gap, increase that gap by another 30% from 3 to 4 seconds. DRS now thrown into the mix. Oh, that's a good run out of that last corner there from Scotty. Real fast stuff there. Side by side with the McLaren down into turn 1. Scotty later on the brakes. Takes the spot. Leaves Deputy Dildog to deal with... Oh, lost Kavoudi. Kavoudi's gone. Gone off on the start finish straight. PRL Aussie's in the pits. He's going to take on a new front wing and some softs. No safety car, so... Kavoudi might have retired. He's our race leader though. This is looking good at the moment for Grim Reaper. He can just hang on. Will's taken Deputy Dildog there in the meantime, so another position change. Oh, look at the Alpha Tauris. A little bit of contact between the teammates here as Scotty goes through. He's going to take Will through with him. Side by side. Will gets past Delicious, so... double demotion for the Alpha Tauri driver. Here we go. Get a look down into turn 13. There's a nudge from Tent Sandals on Deputy Dildog. Gets past though. Not a good run out of there for Deputy Dildog at all. Struggling the McLaren. I thought he might have a puncture or something. All appears to be okay in that regard. So it's Grimmy from Buster. Scotty, Twitch Liddy. It's like watching Scotty escape from Will as they just pass through the entire field. Back there's Tent Sandals makes a move on Delicious. Good move at that through 20 and 21. And who's coming into the pits there? Twitch Liddy in the Alpine. Did he get damage perhaps? We'll stay with the action out on track. So there's plenty to watch at the moment. Will. Now there's no cars between Will and Scotty. So he begins his pursuit. Actually, Scotty's got the 3-second time penalty as well. So that is one gosh darn shame. That'll sort of ruin this battle a bit. As the two of them head out off after Buster in second place. So the field's just settled down a little bit now. 6.5 laps to go. Through turn 13 they go. Actually got a good run out of there, Will. Plenty of speed in that Ferrari at the moment. Closes right in on the AlphaTauri. Starting to size up some moves. Work to do. I think it's looking pretty good for Grimmy out front here at the moment. Yes, he's on the older medium, but these guys on screen, Scotty in third and Will in fourth, they've thrashed those softs that they're on pretty hard to get where they are right now. They're not going to be in the, let's say, greatest of nick come the last few laps. If Grimmy can keep it smooth out front, doesn't push those tyres too hard. Hard to tell, we haven't been watching him at the moment. Maybe Gavin Arnold can give us an update on Grimmy's tyres, but he's extended the gap to 5 seconds here as Will goes up the inside, passes Scotty easily as you like. Goes through. PRL Aussie down there in ninth having... So all these guys down the back have jumped in for fresh softs now. That's where we're going to see the fastest laps coming from over the next few laps. So as we watch the guys go over the bridge from the helicam. Turn 13. There's 10 Sandals. Snickers butt over the bridge. Twitch Liddy. He's well back actually. He's back there now at turn 7. And the Red Bull of PRL Aussie leading Delicious for 8th and 9th. Just want to keep on this heli cam view as long as we can. Oh, it's gone. That was a shame. Now, Buster, in the meantime, has fallen right back into the clutches of Will here. And that Ferrari has a lock firmly on the back of the Aston Martin. He's going to be looking for a way through sooner rather than later. Showing some pace here. The Ferrari driver, he needs to get through. He needs to get clear air. He's going to do it here to turn 7, I believe, round the outside. The Aston Martin has to submit. There's nothing he could do. As I said, those fastest lap times are going to come from the back half of the field. We see Deputy Dilldog take it off Twitch Liddy, who took it off PRL Aussie. So their soft tyres starting to come into their own. And now Kekon pinches it with a 1:38.4. Will's got the clear air now. It's a Ferrari 1-2. 5-second gap. 4.5 laps to go. Will that be enough time? Banana Cake Pie joining us in the comments. Following that hefty accident. Medical staff have told us he's okay. He's out of the car. He's walking around. Just a mild concussion. Should be right to race next week. And Banana Cake Pie, I've told all these guys about 400 times. I've been having a big sook about it, but I didn't get to call your accident. Well, I called it. I had my mic on mute. So no one got to hear me going off absolute chops. Maybe if Will 92 can catch Grim Reaper on the final corner of the race, give me something to go off chops about. Gavin Arnold will be hoping that's not the case. But he doesn't seem to be putting a massive dint in that gap at the moment. Ari Soft's going to go off as we're watching 10 Sandals just harassing Scotty here in 4th place. Again, more potential. He's gone past. He's gone past. Into turn 7 with the DRS assistance. But that's possibly more evidence that these soft tyres might be starting to go off. Will 92 though, we know he's just got pace. We know he's got raw pace. He's been the man to beat, the man to catch this year. Leads the championship by 28 points. Winner last week, 4 wins this season. He's on a charge trying to make it 5. And 6 podiums of the 7 races so far. As he accelerates from turn 13 up to turn 14. The gap now 3.4 seconds with 3.5 laps to go. The gap's pretty much reflecting the laps counting down. Oh, 3 laps to go. The gap now just under 3 seconds. Talk about a race to the finish. It is on here for young and old. 10 Sandals. He's got his eye on his podium position here. And it's going to be at the expense of Buster. If he can get through, should be able to. His tyres 3 laps younger. Both on the same compound. Scotty's dropped off. His chance at any chance at a win or a podium looks to be gone. Won't rule him out just yet though. Snickers bud down there on 16 lap old mediums as 10 Sandals goes through into the podium positions. 3rd spot. So Grimmy versus Will. Hello to Matt Howe in the comments section. Thanks for joining us, mate. 2.3 seconds, the gap now. Will 92, this is throwback to Belgium a couple of weeks ago when we saw Scotty hunting down Banana Cake Pie on the last lap before, unfortunately, throwing it off the track. Will's got the hammer down. 2 and a bit laps to go, the gap 2 seconds. It's looking like it's swaying a bit more back in Will's favour now. Doesn't need to completely close the gap to 0. He just needs to get it to within a second. And you'd think from there DRS could do the job. He's absolutely hammering. 2 laps to go. Ferrari 1-2. We just don't know yet which Ferrari it's gonna be. Grimmy out front. His medium tyres, 13 laps old. Will just behind. His soft tyres, 8 laps old. There he is, closing in the background. The number 8 Ferrari and the number 69 Ferrari. Almost line astern on the track with about 1.5 laps to go now. The gap falling by the second. It's now down to 1.3. Will absolutely flying. He can smell another victory here. And he's going after it. Grim Reaper will be desperate to keep that gap to outside 1 second. It slowly closes. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. I think Kiko... It's Jeff smashed into the wall. He'll keep going. Thankfully, we'll avoid a safety car. Now Will's inside the 1 second gap. That will mean some DRS assistance. Grim Reaper. He's got a victory almost within his grasp, but he's going to have to work very hard if he's going to keep it on this last lap. As you can see on screen, looking down at the 2 Ferraris. Ferrari 1-2. The gap now 0.5 second. They're going to come out of turn 3. turn 4. And then exit this right-hander at 5. And Will pick up DRS. There it is. The rear wing opens. He's going to have to move to defend. But we've seen how fast Will is with that DRS help. He pushes him to the outside. Look how close they are side by side through turn 7. Grimm's resisted him for now. Oh, good defence. Sterling defence there. I thought Will was almost a certainty with the DRS. He's kept him off for now. We've still got half a lap to go. You would think the race winner is going to be one of these two. How close were they through turn 7? That was fantastic. We're going to see, oh, he's moved to defend already. That's going to compromise his run out of 13 now, Grim Reaper. DRS open once more for Will as he lines up the next move. Will he get close enough into 14? He will not. Oh, it's a bad run out of there for Grimmy, but he's going to hang on there, almost touching the two Ferraris. Through the chicane. 15, 16, 17. Blocks him once more, Grim Reaper. Oh, this is great racing. This is magnificent. Through turn 18 they go. Grim Reaper doing everything he can to keep Will behind. The second Ferrari stepping out. He's only got 2 corners between himself and a maiden victory in Season 6 of Race Spec Esports. Oh, fantastic win for the Grim Reaper. He's done it. He's hung on to lead home a Ferrari 1-2 over the championship leader. Fantastic. What a race, right down to the wire. Oh, we knew it was going to be a good one, and these guys have delivered. All red podium there, the 2 Ferraris, 1-2, and 10 Sandals there in 3rd. Grimmy's done it. 10th last week, 1st in Singapore. And good little injection to his championship points haul, with some of the others falling by the wayside today. Oh, that was a great finish. Looking forward. I can't wait to go back and watch those last few laps. What a magnificent finale to the Singapore Grand Prix. 31 laps and it all came down to the final 2 corners. We better give the other guys a mention. Well done, 10 Sandals there in 3rd spot. He finished 8th last week. I'll just have a quick look. I don't think he's been on the podium yet, 10th Sandals. No, previous best finish was a 6th back in France at Paul Ricard. So well done to him. Solid effort from Buster, 2 in 4th. Actually, that's his best result as well. His previous was a couple of 6th, including 6th last week. So, some good stories, some feel-good, positive, better results coming out of that one for a few of the guys. And Snickers Bud picks up driver of the day to boot. There's your podium. Oh, shadow box. Oh, the Grimmy. Takes his trophy. He did have to fight for it like a prize fighter. Ducking and weaving, left hook, right hook. Did all he needed to. I know he would have wanted the win, Will, but I almost feel it would have been a part of him happy to lose that one to his teammate at least. And at least he got to be involved in what was an absolutely epic battle. There's your results on screen. Grim Reaper, Will 92 and 10 Sandals rounding out the podium. Buster, his best result there in 4th. Scotty just unable to make an impact on this race, unfortunately. He'll keep his 2nd place in the championship. And Snickers by the driver of the day there after starting down in 16th up to 6th. Twitch Liddy 7th, PRL Aussie 8th, Deputy Dilldog in the other McLaren up to 9th from 11th with a 3-stop race. Actually, Scotty ended up having 5 stops there as well. And Delicious rounds out the top 10. So that'll be all we got time for this week. Please make sure you tune in for more of that fantastic action next week as we head to USA for the American Grand Prix. Until then, though, that'll be all we have time for. I look forward to you joining us next week, and it is bye for now.